Welcome back to Dartmoor. It's been a long time since I've been out, and yet again I have chosen a ridiculous day to do it. And the reason is the wind. I'm sheltered behind the car at the moment because I can barely stand up in the wind, let alone be heard in it. So I had planned to camp at West Mill Tor this evening. Overnight, and well, unfortunately I don't think that's going to happen. The chances of me finding enough shelter to get a tent pitched and for it to stay up all night are quite small at the moment. It really is blowing an absolute hoolie here. According to the Clear Outside app, it's about 21 mile an hour steady winds. I can tell you it's gusting a lot more than that. And up here it feels like a lot more than 20 mph anyway. So I think I'm probably going to have to hunker down in the car tonight and maybe head out pre-dawn and at sunset to get some shots. I am in the military area. Anyway, I'm going to head out up to Tor, which is, I don't know if you can see it there, I can't tell what you're seeing, but anyway, I think it's behind me there. I hope it's not completely blinded out by the sun. And I'm going to head up there and see if there is anywhere I can get some shelter. I'm not going to take all my gear with me at this point. It's a fairly short walk. I've managed to park just at the foot of the Tor. So I'll wander up and see if there's somewhere we can shelter from this really fierce easterly wind. Catch you up when I get up there. Oh, I'm just hoping that the camera does not get blown over there. The conditions. It's on a very, very low mount. I'm going to take some, I think I'm just going to take my 24 to 200 mil lens with me. And it's the one body just for a little recce up there. So I'm glad I brought my warm jacket. I was thinking before I set off from home I might need a lighter jacket now that I brought this one. So this is my third attempt to try and record this. Basically because of the wind conditions. Attempt number one, mic kept cutting out. I haven't felt a wind since the start. Attempt number two, just couldn't hear me at all. This is attempt number three, lower decibel setting, but right close to my mouth and me pretty much shouting into it in the hope that something makes it back to the camera. It is nuts here. The wind is crazy. And obviously there's no way of putting a tent up in this, not out in the open. So I'm going to try and find a little bit of shelter and see if there's any prospect at all of me getting a tent up. This is probably a bit mad, but decision time has come and I have decided that I've come all this way to do some camping, so I'm going to try and do some camping. I'm going to set up a bit earlier than I would usually do. I would normally leave it closer to sunset. I think by the time I'm going to get up there it'll be about something like 7 o'clock. Give me time to pitch and not leave about an hour, just over an hour and a bit before sunset. So yeah, a little bit against the rules, but I think I've seen one family and one single person in the last 3 hours, so it really isn't a lot of activity going on up here, and given the conditions I don't think there's going to be much more today. So I'm going to give it a go, and it might be that I'm right back here at the car again in another hour and a half, just depending on whether or not I can get this tent pitched and whether or not it feels like it's going to stay up. Well, as you can see, this is just completely nuts. The tent is just going all over the place. It's going to get ripped to pieces, so I'm not going to get any sleep. It's mad. So I have decided to pack up while we've still got some light and abandon, I'm afraid, and come back again in hopefully a couple of weeks' time. Ah dear, never mind. Right, well, there we go. I am settled down, tent's up. Oh, it's about 1:45 AM. Okay, so it turns out we are completely clouded in. Just wow. Just are no words to describe how amazing this landscape is.